A Russian man was arrested in a luxury hotel in Thailand. Investigators seized phones, laptops, cryptocurrency wallets, and digital evidence. Months later, he was extradited to the United States. Now, prosecutors say he helped support one of Russia's most active cyber espionage operations, targeting Western organizations. But here's what makes this case different. Authorities aren't talking about an anonymous hacker. They're talking about a named suspect sitting in a U.S. courtroom. The man is Denis Obrezko. According to U.S. prosecutors, he previously worked for Russia's Federal Security Service, better known as the FSB, before later becoming deputy director of a technology company called UTech-NN. This week, Obrezko pleaded not guilty in federal court in Boston after being charged with conspiracy to commit computer fraud and abuse. If convicted, he faces up to 10 years in prison. But the real story isn't the court appearance. According to the indictment, the operation is linked to a threat group known as Void Blizzard, also called Laundry Bear. The group has been associated with cyber espionage campaigns targeting organizations important to Russian government interests. The alleged victims weren't random companies. Targets reportedly included US and European organizations, NATO-aligned government agencies, and groups supporting Ukraine. Court filings say the FBI has already identified at least 11 hacked US companies, but investigators believe that number represents only a fraction of the actual victims. What's interesting is that this wasn't allegedly accomplished using some movie-style zero-day exploit. Investigators say the operation relied on infrastructure such as fake domains, VPNs, proxy servers, and credential-based access techniques. And that's an important lesson many defenders overlook. Sometimes the biggest espionage campaigns aren't powered by advanced malware, they're powered by access. According to investigators, Obrezko allegedly helped support infrastructure used in the operation. Previous court filings describe cryptocurrency transactions linked to the purchase of servers and domains that were allegedly used during attacks. Void Blizzard has been associated with large-scale email collection and document theft operations. Researchers have described campaigns focused on harvesting sensitive communications and internal information from targeted organizations. Then investigators found something unexpected. According to the indictment, Obrezko's phone allegedly contained AI-generated summaries of more than 13,000 stolen emails belonging to members of an Eastern European parliament. That detail may be one of the most important clues in the entire case. The biggest takeaway isn't whether Denis Obrezko is ultimately convicted. That's for the courts to decide. The bigger story is what this case reveals about modern cyber espionage. First, governments are getting better at attribution. Investigators are increasingly connecting infrastructure, cryptocurrency payments, domains, devices, and online activity back to real individuals. Second, espionage groups continue to prioritize email access because email remains one of the richest intelligence sources available. And third, AI is beginning to appear in cyber espionage workflows, not necessarily to hack systems, but to rapidly process huge volumes of stolen information. For defenders, this case reinforces a simple truth. Protecting credentials is often just as important as detecting malware. Because once attackers gain access to communications, the intelligence value can be enormous. And if you're interested in how groups like Void Blizzard actually operate inside victim networks, that's the investigation we should look at next.